Hello Eagle Targeters, welcome back to our channel, where we consistently deliver the latest and fastest updates in the field of current military affairs.
The F-22 Raptor stands as a marvel of aviation engineering, revered as one of the most advanced fighter jets ever constructed. However, its production ceased in 2011, leaving the U.S. Air Force with a fleet of just 186 operational aircraft, a far cry from the 750 initially planned. This decision has sparked debates over its long-term implications, especially as global threats evolve. When it first took to the skies, the F-22 Raptor represented the pinnacle of stealth, agility, and air dominance. Designed to replace the F-15 Eagle, a fighter with an impeccable combat record, the F-22 embodied next-generation capabilities, including despite its superior design, the geopolitical and military landscape shifted drastically during its development, ultimately shaping its fate. Initially, the Air Force envisioned a fleet of 750 F-22 Raptors to secure dominance in the skies. However, the September 11th attacks in 2001 redirected U.S. military priorities toward counter-terrorism and counterinsurgency campaigns. These conflicts involved adversaries with outdated or non-existent air forces, rendering the need for an air superiority fighter like the F-22 less critical. As resources were funneled into ground-based operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, the exorbitant costs of the F-22 program became increasingly hard to justify. By 2011, the program was discontinued, leaving the Air Force with only 186 units, a number that has since dwindled due to attrition and maintenance issues. Restarting F-22 production to address today's challenges is a daunting prospect. The facilities that once built these jets have been repurposed for F-35 production, and the associated costs are astronomical. A 2017 congressional report estimated that reviving the program to produce 194 additional Raptors would cost $50 billion. The financial burden, coupled with the rapid pace of technological advancements, makes restarting F-22 production an unattractive option for policymakers. The F-22's unparalleled capabilities make it a vital asset in the Air Force's arsenal, but its aging fleet is increasingly challenged by the demands of modern warfare. Rising tensions with global powers like China and Russia have reignited concerns over air superiority, while the U.S. has pivoted to developing the Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program, a sixth-generation fighter set to revolutionize air combat. This solution remains years, if not decades, away from operational readiness. In the meantime, the Air Force is relying on stopgap measures, including upgrades to the F-15 platform with the F-15EX Eagle II. However, these jets lack the stealth capabilities necessary for survival in highly contested environments. The evolution of offensive and defensive technologies has significantly reduced the role of dogfighting. Long-range missiles, advanced radar systems, and unmanned aerial vehicles (UAVs) now dominate the battlefield, shifting the focus from traditional air-to-air combat to multi-domain operations. The F-22, a pure air superiority fighter, was a product of Cold War doctrine, a time when dogfighting was essential. In today's strategic environment, the emphasis is on adaptability and versatility, qualities embodied by the multi-role F-35. The F-22 remains a formidable fighter, but its relevance is waning. With only a fraction of its fleet combat ready, the aircraft is nearing the end of its operational lifespan. Maintenance challenges and a lack of replacements exacerbate the Air Force's air superiority gap. Investing in the development of next-generation fighters and other advanced systems is a more prudent strategy than reviving an aging platform. Open conflict with nuclear-armed adversaries like Russia or China is highly unlikely, and preparing for such scenarios with an expensive fleet of Raptors would be a misallocation of resources. The F-22 Raptor will always be remembered as a groundbreaking achievement in aviation, but its time in the spotlight is coming to an end. As the U.S. Air Force navigates the complexities of modern warfare, its focus must shift toward innovation and adaptability. The decision to end F-22 production in 2011 may have been controversial, but it was a reflection of the realities of its time. Today, the Air Force is charting a new course, one that prioritizes preparing for the challenges of the future, rather than clinging to the past.
Thank you for watching. Hopefully, this show can broaden the knowledge for you and your family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help grow this channel even bigger.